Hello and welcome to this episode of Microchips, and on the bench today we have another International Concorde 2. We do like a nice International Concorde 2. So this was sent in with a few issues. So we're going to have a look at that, see whether we can bring this old radio back to life. But before we start, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, join Facebook, join Patreon, buy me a coffee, have a look at my website. And let's get started. Let's bring this classic back to life. So let's have a look inside, see what horrors we can see. Immediately everything looks okay. We've seen a lot worse. So yeah, not too bad from the top. Everything looks okay. See if you eagle-eyed people can spot an issue. There we have it. One of the horseshoe pots has lost its top, like they normally like to do. And I believe that is AGC, so that's going to cause us all sorts of issues. Needs the usual performance modifications doing. PLLO to AG, 47th week of 1980. Underneath everything looks okay. Darlington looks kind of okay. Looks like it's had some work done on it before. Is this wire flapping about in the breeze? No, it's fine. Just looks like it's flapping about in the breeze. But yeah, not too bad. We've seen worse. That Darlington definitely looks like it's had some work done to it. So for a start, this is not going to work with this pot broken. So we need to replace that before we do anything. We'll solder a new one into place. Just like so. We'll turn it on. And nothing. No TX, no RX. Yep, no TX, no RX. Okay, we have a fault. Very nice. So let's do some fault finding and get to the bottom of this. As you can see, absolutely nothing. Nothing's happening at all. So on the VCO test point, we have 5.3 volts, which says to me that's unlocked. So, do we have a PLL fault? Do we have a VCO fault? So we'll check some other things whilst we're in there. So we're on the 10240. That's definitely oscillating, so that's fine. Output of the mixer crystal board. We have mixer crystal, that's fine. So with these necessary frequencies being there, we can eliminate them. So do we have a PLL fault or do we have a VCO fault? So we'll try and adjust the VCO. And of course the core gives up as normal. We were going to change it anyway, so let's change the VCO out. And let's put a voltage feed VCO in its place. So there's the voltage feed VCO. Makes a nice stable voltage for the VCO. So let's get that in and let's see whether it cures our problem. So we're back on the VCO test point. Bang, 3.8 volts. That's more like what we like to see. So changing the bands changes the voltage. So there we go. It was a VCO that was at fault. Changing the channel changes the voltage as well, as you would expect. So just a little bit of alignment needed on that, and jobs are good. And as you can see, we are now transmitting. So yeah, VCO fault. I know some people repair those VCOs, but we don't need to. So we'll set the AGC as per the service manual, because obviously that was the pot that we changed, so we need to realign that. And these are going to be the components that we are going to replace for performance modification. So obviously bias, some capacitors, AVR cap, all to make the audio sound a little bit better. So all these parts are just standard performance related parts. And of course we've done the bias, so we need to adjust the base to 0.7 of a volt on the final output. Get the correct bias, and there we go. As good as. Now the customer wanted extra bands on this one, and he wanted the band switch turning into RF gain like I did on a previous video. So we've had to pull out all the switches and completely rewire them. And there's one of my Excel boards in there that does everything. So we're going to have 10 kc, 5 kc, and another pot that falls apart when you touch it. This happened in the process of alignment. It just fell apart. It happens. So there's our Concorde 2 with all its modifications done. Of course, no video would be complete without some synad readings. It does help if you put the frequency in correctly. 27.415. Let's pop it onto channel 1 high, see what the reading is. Yeah, beautiful. Go to channel 1 mid. Yep, beautiful. Channel 1 low band. Yep, beautiful. And channel 1 super low, you would expect that to be a little bit out because it is stretching it a bit far. But we'll try and get that leveled out as best as we can, obviously not focusing too much on the lower extremities, because, you know, why waste good RX sensitivity for a band that's essentially got nothing on it. And there we have it. It's finally done. I popped a little bit of a decal on the front. It's the best we could do, unfortunately. And yeah, it's not too bad. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, join Facebook, join Patreon, buy me coffee. Have a look at my website, microchips.net. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.